What's going on, everybody? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays if you celebrate anything at all. I'm recording this at 11:30 at night on Christmas Eve. Concerned Ape just posted another progress update to the website for his new game, Haunted Chocolatier, and we're going to take a look at what the blog post is. It's really not much, but I'm going to use this video to serve another purpose too that I meant to do a long time ago but never got around to, and that's addressing a lot of frequently asked questions, another page that's on the game website. A lot of people don't like to read the FAQ or just never get around to it or don't even know it's there, so hopefully just going over what he put will help people get some questions answered regarding the game and what platform it's going to be on and when it'll be done and all stuff like that. So let's take a look into this blog post. Progress update by Concerned Ape, December 25th, 2021 says, "Hi everyone, I've been doing a lot of work on the Haunted Chocolatier and making good progress. Mostly I'm working on core elements of the game. I will be doing this for a while. I don't really feel like sharing much because I'd rather let the game be a surprise than reveal everything. I just like working in secret." And I see we have our guy Burke. Wow, he's got good dental insurance. Kind of a shy smile there, of course, laughing, and then maybe a frown and some anger. Wow, very steamy nostrils going on there. Concerned Ape goes on to say, "However, I still want to check in and let you all know I am working on this game all the time and making progress." And it looks like we're in like one of the science labs here. Is this maybe underneath the house of that one house in the woods that we saw the guy collecting honey for? If it is, it could be like an underground lab, you know, in his basement. Maybe he's trying to I don't know, experiment and concoct the perfect ingredient to maybe put in chocolate or some other kind of treats. Looks like he's got the little ghosts working with him there. Of course, wearing their protective equipment, as they should. Merry Christmas from Ape. This is super cool because it's not too uncommon that we learn about the development of games and then the developers just completely go dark for however long, and we don't hear about it until, you know, very close to release. But that time in between, we're just left wondering and speculating, and super cool of Concerned Ape to give us some crumbs, as they say. Loving the expressions. It seems like the little bit that he did want to show us is very fun, and it's wonderful to know that even through the holiday and even through all that life has to throw at him, he's working hard on this game that we're anticipating so highly. Next, I'm going to start into the second part of the video with the FAQ, so we're just going to move right along. This is going to answer a lot of common questions I've seen in comments on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, everywhere. Hopefully this video can serve as an answer to a lot of the questions, even though I'm not the one answering them, I'm just reading the answers. So, what is Concerned Ape's Haunted Chocolatier RPG simulation game currently in development? You'll play as a chocolatier living in a haunted castle. In order to thrive in the new role, you got to gather ingredients, make chocolates, and sell them in the chocolate shop. So, again, you know, he's being super secretive, early in development, doesn't want to go too deep into it right now, and he doesn't have to. We are excited about it enough if you've played Stardew Valley. All right, who's making the game? Concerned Ape, of course. Something to keep in mind is for some Haunted Chocolatier players down the line, Haunted Chocolatier will be their first experience with a game made by Concerned Ape. Not everybody who will play Haunted Chocolatier will have played Stardew Valley, and I think that's important to keep it in mind. So this is kind of like an introduction to him, of course. He also says, "I've been working alone on this game, don't have any plans to get anyone else involved." That's kind of like how he made Stardew Valley too. He only hired a team to help with the less essential, I guess you could say, parts much later on. So, okay, this is a really big question. When does it come out? He says, "I can't commit to a release date yet. It's still relatively early in development, and I want to be able to work in peace without the pressure of a release date or even an estimated release date." I, as a YouTuber who could spend time giving you numbers and speculating and analyzing how long Stardew Valley took, could give you an estimate, but out of respect for the way that Concerned Ape wants to have this process go, we're just going to leave it at that. We're just going to respect it at that, and just stay tuned on hauntedchocolatier.net. You know, I know it's tempting to want to speculate a release date, but it's admirable, I think, to allow a developer just however much time they need, because, you know, unfortunately in recent years we've seen what happens when deadlines and timelines and crunch gets involved, and we end up getting games released that are not at their potential, and we definitely don't want that to happen with our boy Concerned Ape and his new game. So, does it take place in the world of Stardew Valley? I'm not ready to reveal anything like that just yet. Again, we're just gonna leave him to do what he needs to do. Let's let our imaginations fly. That's part of this whole experience, and getting little breadcrumbs that'll give us just the wonder, the sheer excitement and wonder of what it all could be, but not to the point where we're putting too much speculation on things that we start expecting the game to be something that is just totally not what he's working on. So, is the gameplay similar to Stardew Valley? In some ways, yes, but in many ways, no. It's another town game where you move to a new town, try your hand at a new way of living. You get to learn about the townspeople, achieve goals, make progress. All that's a bit similar, but the core gameplay and the theming are different. Haunted Chocolatier is an action RPG, and instead of a farm as your focal point of endeavors, it's the chocolate shop. So the action RPG part, we saw a lot of that in his last post about combat and how he's going to make that more of an experience. Just spending more time fighting enemies and reaping the benefits from that. So this is super cool. I've seen on the subreddit and on Twitter too, a lot of people are excited about the characters that were shown in the early gameplay trailer, Jet in particular, and a lot of the other folks in there. And they want to know if they'll be able to develop relationships like you were in Stardew Valley. That was a very core part of it, especially the marriage relationships or anything related to that, having someone live with you and stuff like that. It gave kind of like a life simulator vibe. For Haunted Chocolatier, the action RPG aspect of it, the core parts of it that he said in his post today that he's working on, very well could be working on this not being like that, or maybe it is also like other things in addition to being life simulator like. So again, we don't really know. It won't be identical to Stardew Valley, it sounds like, and excited to see what it does come out to be. So, how long has this game been in development? He started working on it a little over a year ago in 2020. We are right at the cusp of 2022. So, he will have been working on this for 2 years, not too long from now. And I think that, like I said earlier, we should just respect this timeline, and we'll see where this goes. Is it multiplayer? So this was a question I saw a lot too. Concerned Ape says, no, it's currently just single player. No current plans to make it multiplayer. I know that's probably going to disappoint a lot of people. I've read and I've seen that a lot of people, will really only enjoyed Stardew Valley because they were able to play it with, say, their friends or a significant other. But it looks like, this is going to be a single player action RPG. What platforms will it come out on? I saw this question so much. A lot of those questions coming from like Android, mobile users, of course console players as well. The answer to this is the only platform I am 100% certain about is PC. However, I have every intention of bringing it to other major platforms as well. Other major platforms being, I would think, mainstream like consoles, so PlayStation and Xbox and the Nintendo Switch. And as we saw with Stardew Valley, we only saw it on PC originally, and later it was ported to other consoles and then to mobile. But that process took time, and there's a lot that people don't really know about on the surface when it comes to porting a game and publishing and licensing and all that stuff. That's all part of the development process and bringing a game to a platform other than, in this case, PC. So we don't know for sure, but he does have every intention, as he says, bringing it to other major platforms. So last two questions are, what languages will it have? So Stardew Valley is played all around the world. Localization into other languages is something that he says he intends to have happen, but he's not even close to doing that yet. He doesn't want to put the cart before the horse. So like we saw from today's blog post, he's working on the core game. I mean, the game's not even finished yet. I mean, I'm sure a lot of that includes like the dialogue. I mean, give the guy a chance to finish it before we talk about, what languages will be available. Stardew Valley is available in many languages. I think that we can, comfortably expect that the same approach to localization will happen with this game, as Concerned Ape says he intends to localize it. So the last question is maybe not super pertinent to everybody, but if you have ever modded your game, you've seen a modded game, or maybe you're a modder of Stardew Valley yourself, this question is pertinent. Is it the same engine as Stardew Valley? The answer is no. It's a new engine written in C and mono game. However, there are some areas where I can reuse the code from Stardew Valley, so that's nice. So to put it simply, modding the game is going to have to be done completely from scratch since this engine is new. It's not the exact same one as Stardew Valley. So hopefully that answered some of your questions and you enjoyed getting an update here from Concerned Ape about the progress of the game. Of course, in typical Concerned Ape fashion, he's being very cautious about what he lets us know is going on with the game. But of course, I think gratitude is something we should all be feeling, that he's even given us some crumbs about the Haunted Chocolatier. So if you like this video and you want to hear about any time I got some updates for you regarding the game, make sure to subscribe down below, give the video a like, and I thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful holiday and a wonderful new year. I will see you guys next time.